There is the Vera-Rubin telescope, the LSST camera right there. That's the primary optic, and there's the camera. There it is! This time lapse is actually us riding on the dome around the 4-meter Blanco telescope on top of Cerro Tololo. This telescope has been very successful. It's had a lot of great research that has come out of this telescope. It actually has a twin telescope, the 4-meter Mayall telescope on Kitt Peak near Tucson, Arizona. Both of these telescopes were used in mapping dark energy.
Top Stellarvue, up here at the Alma High site. All the dishes, check them out. At the center part of the array. It's pretty sweet. Come oxygen on 16,500 feet. Alma High site. The Atacama Desert.
What's going on, Stellar Crew? Bob MacArthur for Stellarvue Telescopes, July 26th edition of In the Sky. Well, here I am in the Chilean Andes. I'm on Cerro Tololo right here, the Cerro Tololo observatories. And out of the distance, we have Cerro Pachon. Yep, that is the Vera-Rubin telescope and the Gemini South telescope. It is amazing to be here being part of the ASAP program, the Astronomer in Chile Educator Ambassador program. It's so wonderful to be able to represent that program. It's been amazing being out here and seeing the amazing telescopes here in northern Chile. It's just been amazing. We've got summer sky, the Milky Way. July is an amazing time to do astronomy. It is the heart of Milky Way season. So up there in the northern hemisphere, we're getting that beautiful, beautiful galactic core with Sagittarius and Scorpius in the south. And then streaming across the sky to the north, we're seeing the Milky Way galaxy. Lots of beautiful clusters and nebulas. It is Milky Way season. We have Venus in the night sky. So let's get to it and talk about what we got going on for July 2026. All right, what's going on, everybody? I am in the driveway doing some observing at my house, so I figured I'd just have you guys join me and talk about what we got going on in the sky for July 2026 while I'm out observing. So we start the month off right off the bat, July 1st, right before sunrise. We have a beautiful grouping of Mars, Uranus, and the Pleiades. So check that out in the eastern sky before sunrise. The morning of July 4th, we actually have a really good, tight conjunction of Mars and Uranus. They're going to be less than 1/10 of a degree. That's, I think, closer together than Mizar and Alcor, they handle the Big Dipper. So that'll be a really cool thing to spot. If you image this, please send us your pictures. I want to see what you guys will get. That will be really cool to see, that kind of rusty orange color compared to that kind of pale green color of Uranus. So check that out. On July 6th, we celebrate Aphelion Day. This is the point where Earth is at its furthest point in its orbit from the sun. Yeah, that is right. In the northern hemisphere, we are actually furthest from the sun in the summertime, and we're closest to the sun in January in winter. It's not how close or how far we are from the sun that causes our seasons, it's the tilt of the Earth. Last month when I was in Chile for the ASAP program, all the educators there seeing and experiencing all the beautiful telescopes, we were actually there for the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. That was just crazy to be there for the first day of winter and the low sun angles. So again, it is the tilt of the Earth that causes our seasons, not how close or how far. So happy Aphelion Day, everybody. The Earth is actually going its slowest in the orbit at this point too. So that's kind of something to think about. On July 7th in the morning, you'll see that last quarter moon sitting between Neptune and Saturn. Again, the planets are coming up. Saturn will be a little bit more to the east, and then the moon, and then Neptune will be a little more to the west. So that'll be cool. You do need a telescope to see Neptune. It is faint. It's around an 8th magnitude, so check that out. On July 9th, Venus and Regulus are going to make a nice pairing after sunset. So look to the west, you'll see Venus. It's like a beacon in the sky, and then the Leo's brightest star, Regulus. Now, on July 9th, we also have Asteroid 3 Juno at opposition. I love spotting asteroids. So Juno is the third asteroid discovered. That's where that 3 comes from. It's also one of our biggest asteroids. So it'll be around a 9th magnitude, but you should be able to get it with telescopes. So yeah, absolutely. On July 11th, before sunrise, catch the Pleiades, the waning crescent moon, Uranus, Mars, and Aldebaran. Holy cow, it's just like a whole mishmash grouping of all these wonderful objects. So that'll be a fun little event to check out on July 11th, right before sunrise. And then on July 17th, you'll want to see that waxing crescent moon and Venus right after sunset. I always love it when Venus and the moon make that appearing. Oh, there goes a car. See, I'm in my front yard. Got my scope right there. So I love seeing the moon and Venus, coming together, especially that crescent moon. Just great. So on July 24th, we have the waxing gibbous moon near Scorpius's brightest star, Antares. I love this color contrast because you get that red of Antares and that bright moon. So check that out. July 26th. The planet Pluto is in opposition. Pluto's got my heart, man. Lowell Observatory, Clyde Tombaugh, what's up? So, yeah, check out. Pluto's a hard one. It's about 14th and a half magnitude. You can get it with imaging. I'll show you that in the next slide. I have actually been able to see Pluto visually with a 12, 16, and the 24-inch Clark at Lowell Observatory. So, but check out Pluto. It's challenging, but you can get it. And then on July 27th, another asteroid, 8 Flora, is at opposition. It's about the same magnitude as Juno, about an 8th or 9th magnitude. So again, you're gonna need a telescope for that one. So good luck. So let's talk about the solar system. So we talked about solar viewing last month. Man, the sun is still it's still active. Oh man, I've had my Heliostar 76 checking that thing out. That is just a great telescope. I love putting the white light filter on my SVX 92. The sunspots have been great. The solar flare activity, the prominences. So check out the sun. But if you do look at the sun, please make sure that you're using the proper eye protection and the proper filters on that telescope. We want to continue to do astronomy. We need our eyes for that. So make sure you're using proper filters and protection for that. So there's your moon phases. The new moon is in the middle of the month, July 14th. And then the full moon is July 29th. So again, we got some good viewing coming up. So plan your observing sessions accordingly. We talked about the sun. Planets, man, they're starting to do their thing. So we got Venus doing great in the western sky after sunset. Jupiter and Mercury, not so hot this month. Jupiter is at solar conjunction. It's actually behind the sun right now. It'll be coming up later this fall. So we'll be waiting for Jupiter. But we do have a whole bunch of morning planets now. Like I mentioned, we have Neptune and Saturn, and we have Uranus and Mars. So we are starting to get to see planets in the morning time setting themselves up for the fall sky. So that's great. And we have a whole bunch of asteroids coming up. There's even some promises of comets. So the Sky Live is a great resource to check out where these comets are, what time they're coming up, how bright they're going to be. Same thing for some of the minor planets and asteroids. So give that a go. I actually like looking at space weather too. Space weather does a great job showing what's going on with the sun. Also, near-Earth asteroids. You may have heard about this one in the news. There it is, near-Earth asteroid 1997 NC1. I actually got that asteroid, that little streak right there. It's a 30-second exposure. This is like just a smidge smaller than a kilometer. It's like 0.9 kilometers. So this is a big asteroid. It is actually would be considered a mass extinction asteroid. Anything over a kilometer would cause some serious damage. And this thing flew by Earth, making a very close approach at the end of June. So it was great to be able to capture that with my SVX 152. And like I said, Pluto's at opposition in July. I got Pluto with my SVX 152 also. So that little dot there circled in yellow, that's Pluto. So it's fun to get these challenging objects with our scopes. So both those were shot in monochrome, and I got to give my son David some props for his shot of the moon there with his SVX 102D. So there you go. Lots of wonderful things to image with the solar system. We also have the eclipse coming up for Iceland and Spain. So if you're going to see that, we'd love to see those images. Solar eclipses. So, there's the solar system. But let's get into some of our favorites, the deep sky objects. It is Milky Way season. And with Milky Way season comes lots and lots of amazing, amazing objects to view. So, we have so many globulars like M10 and M12 down in Ophiuchus. We have M13 and M92 up in Hercules. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can get M13. I haven't seen it yet. So, let me get it. All right. So, there's that. Swing over here. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yep, all right. I love M13. Just this beautiful fuzzball. And when you let your eyes relax, you can start, resolving those beautiful, beautiful stars in that globular star cluster. M13 is just unbelievable. There's M92 also. It's a little bit further up. I think a lot of people forget about M92. So while you're up there checking out M13, check out M92. Now, M92 is the treasure of the Northern Hemisphere for globulars. It's down there at the bottom, NGC 5139, Caldwell Object C80, also known as Omega Centauri. We can't get that right now really in the Northern Hemisphere. It is like prime Southern Hemisphere right now. We can get Omega Centauri, but it's better more in May. But globulars are great. And like I said, I put Omega Centauri up there because for our friends in the Southern Hemisphere, it's great right now. M22 off the top of the teapot in Sagittarius, another wonderful globular. And so many rich things to look at there. You go up from M22 up into Scutum, right kind of in between Sagittarius and Aquila, you have Scutum, and you have M11, just a beautiful open star cluster, the wild duck cluster. I really like M7 and M6. Down there off the stinger of Scorpius. When I was in the Southern Hemisphere in Chile, they were, oh my gosh, it was so crazy to see Scorpius at the zenith and see M6 and M7 right there with naked eye. It was great. And then you have M39. I love this one. It's a great open star cluster, just a solid one to look at. And I also put NGC 40 or 4755 in there, C94. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere or you get to the Southern Hemisphere, this is one of those objects to look at, the jewel box. It is right off one of the arms of the cross. It is a beautiful open star cluster. So great images there of M4 by John Talbot and M6 by Robert Doc O. Thank you for your images, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. And now, because we are in the heart of Milky Way season, I did not have enough room. It's like galaxy season. We have galaxies in the spring. Holy cow, with that Milky Way just going across the sky. We have the galactic core of the Milky Way really low here in the northern hemisphere, but you go from in between Scorpius and Sagittarius all the way up through Aquila into Cygnus and all the way down to so many beautiful nebula in the southern hemisphere. That Milky Way continues down through Centaurus and down to into Carina. You can not just Carina, but the Southern Cross, Crux. You see the Coal Sack. It is Milky Way season for sure. So check out the Iris Nebula in Cephas. That's a great nebula to get. It's a little tricky because it's a reflection nebula, but if you can get it, you can get it. A C27, really fun crescent, the Crescent Emission Nebula. It's a great one. I know a lot of you like to shoot that one. M57, the Ring Nebula. Let me look at that one. I love the Ring Nebula. I have been looking at the Ring Nebula ever since I was a kid. And this just brings such great memories of barbecues in the family. I love the Ring Nebula. There it is. You just get this beautiful ring. And depending on your seeing conditions and your aperture, you can actually get the central star. And I know some of you get great images. Hit that thing with O3. The oxygen just pops, right? And I know in the emission nebulas, you hit it with H alpha. Also try the O3. It just brings out more detail. the Ring Nebula is one of my favorites to look at. I love that ring with the central star. It's just beautiful. You do have to put aperture onto that central star, but it has that nice ghostly color to it. Or ghostly kind of ring. The dumbbell's another great one to look at. It's cool because it actually looks like a dumbbell, and depending again on your seeing conditions and how dark your skies are, you can get that central star. So check that one out. And it's also a really easy one to image. So hit it with H alpha and O3. Even visual, some of these do really well with the UHC filter. So some of your like emission nebulas, hit it with UHC because it adds that contrast. Boom, it's so great. The Lagoon Nebula. Look at this image that Tony Hallis got of the Lagoon and the Trifid with his SVX 90T. Holy cow. Beautiful image. Now, M8, the Lagoon Nebula, is just one that I've been looking at for a long time and looks so good with the UHC filter. So check that one out. The Trifid, also a really good one, M20. Like I said, there's just so many things to look at. And, I put some stuff down there, down south. So, we have NGC 6729, C68, beautiful reflection nebula in Corona Australis. We also have the Bug Nebula. It's a planetary down in Scorpius, C69. And right now, the Carina Nebula, and Eta Carinae, the Carina Nebula. Beautiful object. It was so great to see that just glowing in the southern hemisphere skies. Now, you can actually get this at some of the lower latitudes in the northern hemisphere. I've been able to get it in like Belize and Hawaii, but that's going to be more of a late spring, early summer object. But in the southern hemisphere, you can nail it pretty good. So, the southern hemisphere just has some beautiful gems for sure. So that list could just keep going with how much we have. But that's for you to discover and for you to play around. Maybe just get some binoculars and cruise. Get to a dark sky site. Get to a star party. Just get out there and observe. Right now. Galaxies, the summertime isn't really known for some galaxies, but there are some really good gems out there. The Whirlpool is still placed really nice, M51. So up there in Canis Venatici. So check that one out. It's right off the handle of the Big Dipper. It images really well too. You also have M101, the Pinwheel Galaxy, which is on the upper part of the handle of the Big Dipper. So that's another great one. So two great spirals, M94, another good one to tackle up there in Canis Venatici. We also have NGC 4236, Caldwell Object C3. This is a really nice galaxy. And Nicola got a great image of that with his SVX 180T. So thanks for sharing that. Look at just the spiral arms and the H alpha regions, the star forming regions. That's just a great little galaxy to get there. So check it out. And because, we're highlighting some southern hemisphere things, Centaurus A. You still might be able to get it early in the evening this time of year, or early in the month and early in the evening, so check it out. I really do like Centaurus A. You can get that dust lane. I've been able to actually get it with my 152 here in Colorado, also Arizona and New Mexico. June, beginning of July, or late May. You can see that fuzzy with the dust lane. Great shot there by Sebastian down there. Wow, look at that. He's down there in the southern hemisphere. So he's one of our stellar crew down there in the southern hemisphere. Centaurus A is going to be nice and high for him. So thank you, SVX 102. Thank you for sharing that, Sebastian. Great image. You also M83, the southern pinwheel, and Hydra. That's another kind of more favorable galaxy for the southern hemisphere. Also one of Charles Mezier's kind of further south M objects. So yeah, there you go. There are some galaxies to get. But you know how we do this. We end it with some binaries and the double in Lyra. Ooh, I'm going to go look at it real quick. This is a great one. It's near Vega. So if you get Vega, which is the brightest star, you get it there and then you kind of push over a little bit. You'll see the binary. There it is. But don't just stop at the binary. Yep. Oh, the seeing is great tonight. So, when you get the binary, okay, because you have Vega and then over there with the double, depending on your seeing conditions, the double, those two stars actually split into two other. You get one here, one kind of sideways like that. It's really like, again, I have a 9mm eyepiece in there right now, my SVX 152, and I could split it. I can split the double. It's great. So it's really cool. They're bluish white stars, so check out that one. I love Alpha Hercules. This one is one of my favorite binaries for the summer. It's off the top of Ophiuchus, so it's kind of further away from Hercules, but you have a nice color comparison on this one, like a reddish gold and like a blue, like a white star, and you have a really nice color contrast here. So check that one out. Actually, I ran into Nu Serpentis while I was looking for the near-Earth asteroid. I came across this one. I really like the magnitude difference on this one, and it has a nice brightness to it, but the secondary is fainter. So check that one out. Really nice, surprising binary. So check that one. And I gotta throw Alpha Crux in there. A Crux down there, the Southern Cross. It is the bottom of the cross. This is a cool binary. When we were looking at it in the Southern Hemisphere, we were using a telescope down there, and you look at it, and even the guy operating a telescope, oh yeah, you can see the split. I'm like, no, the seeing's really good. You can see the other star next to it. So it's actually a multiple star system. We split the main two, and then right next to it, you have another one really close. So that's a great one to look at too. So again, down in the Southern Hemisphere, you get, it's a multiple star system. You get two easy to split, and then one that's really close to the primary. So fun little multiple star system to look at right there. It's a great month. I seriously love getting out. I love observing with you guys. I love getting the scope out. I love looking at new objects and finding new things to look at. I just felt so lucky and so blessed to be able to head on down to Chile and be part of the Astronomy in Chile Educator Ambassador Program. It was just so great to see the Vera Rubin telescope, the Gemini South, to see the SOAR telescope, to spend the time at Certolo at the Inter-American Observatory, and then get to see ALMA. Oh my gosh, it was just so unbelievable. And then to be in those dark skies, to see the Milky Way, and it's so cool to learn about what they see. Now in the Southern Hemisphere, the skies are so dark and the Milky Way is so high, they actually we see the constellations and the bright stars. We make out like the Harp and the Scorpion and Hercules and Orion. They actually will make figures in the dark lanes of the Milky Way. The galactic core has kind of that V, that's a fox. And as you go up along through Scorpius, you have a baby llama and a mama llama. And they're being chased by the fox. And then up towards that, you have the coal sack. The coal sack is actually is a frog. And then further up along the way, you have a snake, a serpent. Now, what's really cool is as the Milky Way moves across the sky, the mama llama and the baby llama move to the west. And in Chile, to the west is the ocean. So the Milky Way moves across down to the ocean, and the mama llama's taking the baby llama to the water. So it is down from the mountains down to the lowlands to get the water. It was so fun to learn these stories. So great to learn about the importance of another car. Learn about the importance of astronomy in Chile, but also the global community around the astronomy in Chile. So many wonderful discoveries, and it's fun to make some of these discoveries for ourselves, because I feel that when we look through a telescope, we get that opportunity to discover space for ourselves. Whether it's rediscovering something, I have looked at the Lagoon Nebula ever since I was a kid, and it still blows my mind. I've been looking at the Ring Nebula ever since I was a kid, and it still blows my mind. So get out there, observe, share with your friends, just have a blast. We have such an amazing hobby and an amazing opportunity to share the wonders of the night sky with our neighbors and our friends and our neighborhood. So get out there, enjoy, and keep looking up.